Hi folks, this is BoyDog808 with NDA Gaming, and I am speaking on behalf of myself. I do not represent NDA Gaming. I do not represent anybody else involved with NDA Gaming. This is my personal opinion, and you can take it, leave it. It's really up to you. But basically, I come across an article uh, on Gamespot that basically kind of announces, or Rockstar announced to them, or however the case may be, that they're using real gang members to do voiceovers in their games. When I first read it, let me explain a little bit to you real quick as far as my little persona, my take on things. Um, when I listen to music, I'm a listener. When I'm watching a movie or a documentary or reading a book, I'm a spectator. But with a game, I'm interactive. I'm part of the world to a degree. Of course, I'm not retarded. I don't think I'm Nico, and I don't think I just hit that guy. This is not the Matrix, and I don't see it to be any form of reality. I mean, if I did, the last thing I would do is walk up to a cop and punch somebody next to him. I was trying to punch the cop there, pushing the cop. I wouldn't do that in real life. This is a fantasy. This is not real. This is, for one, a lot of what you can get away in this game is terribly funny to me. Why is it funny? Because it's ironic. It's not real. I mean, sure, there are idiots that would do that shit in real life, but for the most part, no, it's not real. I don't see it to be real, and I don't want it to be real. This is just fun to me, and now being arrested. So there you go. Consequences even in this game. But my point is that they were using real gang members. They recruited these people specifically to do NPC voiceovers. At least that's what I gathered from the articles, that they're doing NPC. And if you're not familiar with NPC, it means non-playable character. It means something that is not part of the game to the degree of like the cop, where I'm fully interactive with that cop and they will chase me and it becomes part of the game. Like it's an unavoidable part of the game. Now I'm sure if I walked up to, let's say, this guy and I push or punch or whatever, see he's running away. Some will fight and some will chase me down the road a little bit, but for the most part, they're NPCs. They're non-playable characters. They're just ambient fixtures to the background of the game. And that's basically what the voiceovers were being done for, or from these real gang members. And for the most part, like when I first read it, I thought immediately, no, I don't need that. I don't want that in my game. It has, they claimed it to be authenticity, and quite frankly, I my personal take on it is no, I don't want that in my game. I don't need it. It's not something that I want to think about while I'm playing the game. As I pass by an actual NPC in the game, and now I will know that an actual gang member spoke those words. I don't need that. I don't care for it. But this is not nothing. This is nothing new. If you go on to the site, I'll put the description. I'll put the link in the description. If you go to GameSpot and you read the article, gather your opinion first, and then kind of read the comments. Now, when I read the comments, it was so extreme in both ways, in both directions. There was people defending it to a nutty degree, and people against it in a very nutty degree. It was just it was a bit much in both directions, but it was good because it kind of put me where I'm at now. Like I said, my initial opinion was, I don't need this. I don't want this. This is not something I need in my gaming. I don't need it to be that real. It's not necessary. I mean, you could have fucking SpongeBob doing the voiceovers. I don't care. It's not necessary to go to that degree for this game, for me. But you know, like I said, in, sometimes your initial reaction response to something is not necessarily um, correct, or even my end assumption may not be correct. But I know now, I just see it as this is just a game, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. Now, there were people saying stuff like, "Well, why don't I mean, if you're looking for authenticity and stuff like that, why don't you, you know, for other games, pull in a rapist and a rape victim to do the voiceovers? You know, for people that's been raped or those that are rapists." And I thought that was way out of line. I mean, I've played the GTA series for a while, and I don't recall being involved in any type of rape scene. But it was an interesting attempt to gather popular opinion. You took something very dramatic and you applied it to something that has nothing to do with that. So I see it for that, and that's, you know, that's kind of how I'll always see that. But I also see the point they were trying to make. They were trying to make a point that if it comes to authenticity, you know, don't hold back. Keep going. I mean, it's ridiculous to bring in this and speak of this as an attempt for an um, authentic part of the game, or bring a little more realism to the game, and not do it for everything. So I kind of see that point there too. They were against it. They thought it was stupid. And in the long run, I kind of feel it's kind of a publicity stunt at the same time. Um, it's a very what's the word? It feels like a publicity stunt because they're pulling in real gang members. They're mentioning that, but their role in the game is so minute and it's so uh, ambient. You know what I mean? Like it's an ambient factor that it feels like a publicity stunt to me. There was no point to even announcing it or even participating in it. Now, I don't know the details, so I can't speculate beyond that. That's how I feel about it. And then there was the other side that just seems very numb to the whole idea of how violent entertainment can be and get, and feel that there should be no limit, there should be no cap. There shouldn't be uh there shouldn't be a bias as to what is allowed and what isn't allowed. You know, there's that whole half where morality is kind of thrown out the window. And I tried to find myself, you know, in between the two where, yeah, okay, I see it's a bit much. And that was my initial response. Well, this is a bit much. But then I see also the point that I've enjoyed other entertainment. So it's a little hypocritical to not want it in my video games, because I've seen it in other entertainment as far as movies and stuff like that. People will bring in the real deals for these movies, or they'll talk to, or like with me, I can appreciate a documentary, and that's all real for the most part. Unless you're getting it on real TV, it's probably real, and or true TV, sorry, and it sways back and forth. So I guess my question to you is, how do you guys feel about it? What's your take on the whole thing? And like I said, I'll put the link in the description, and kind of read the article and try to formulate your own true, honest opinion about it before reading the statements. Because I'll be honest, it swayed how I feel about it. Because I don't think I'm so blind that I can automatically make an assumption that Rockstar glorifies and participates and supports gang activity, even though if put in a different light, it may appear that way. I don't believe that. I don't think they're all about gang members and killing and all this other stuff. I think that they found a market that people enjoy, that people can get into, like myself. I'm not a violent person, and uh, I wouldn't go to the extent of disobeying the law that I do in this game. It's just a form of entertainment. It's funny to me. Like, it's not something I would really do. I wouldn't steal a car, run into a cop car, and lead us on for like a 5-hour chase. You know? I definitely wouldn't be playing in the highway as I am right now, because that would happen in real life and it would suck. And it's funny that it's not hurting me. It's absurd. And maybe that's just my sense of humor. It can be a little absurd. But that's, that's my choice. I'm an adult. I can make that decision. And at what point do you feel that the line has been crossed, or how much buffer do we still have left to cross? Anyway, this has been PoyDog808 with NDA Gaming, and thanks for watching.